Hello?
We're just waiting for the judge's clerk.
Oh, okay. I saw you guys' face. I've never done this before.
Good morning. We're on the record. I'm going to go to the Zoom courtroom right after I finish a hearing, so stand by. And we've got an 8:15 that we're going to look at, and then we'll start calling the Zoom cases. Okay.
Bye-bye, go away.
Identify some of these. So the caller on the Samsung SM8326U, can you please identify yourself?
Yes, James Pratt.
Okay, Mr. Pratt, you're here for your 8:30?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
All right, and then it's here for Ally Financial. Ms. Kalish, what case are you here on?
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Absolute Resolutions Investment versus Jason Simon. That's Simon.
All right, and is Simon here with us, or are they?
I don't see him.
All right, thank you. Ms. Dixon, you're here for Ally Financial?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right. So we have both parties. Let's go ahead and call that case. So we're on the record in 1604100. That's Ally Financial versus James Pratt. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. This is Natasha Dixon on behalf of the plaintiff, Ally Financial, Inc. My PIN number is 82333.
And sir, you are James Pratt?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. This is the time set to an objection for the motion. And I looked at this yesterday. This was an objection to a wage garnishment. So Mr.
Yep.
Pratt, the objection was to the wage garnishment. Is that correct?
Yes.
Ms. Dixon, have you had the opportunity to talk to Mr. Pratt to work out any issues concerning the objection to this wage garnishment?
No, Your Honor, I have not had an opportunity, no.
Mr. Pratt, would you be amenable to meeting with Ms. Dixon in a breakout room to discuss some of these issues?
Yeah, I guess so. My main thing was they were taking on my paycheck is killing me, quarter my paycheck, and on a vehicle that I paid on for 10 years. I sent it back to them in 13 after paying $30,000 on this truck.
Right. Yeah. So that's exactly the kind of thing that you should discuss with Ms. Dixon, and then depending on what happens, then the court can set it for future hearings. But
Okay.
I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Dixon. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to have Ms. Dixon and Mr. Pratt put in a breakout room.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Akanicki and Mason Whipple, you're ready to go on your file?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 22-01393. That is Mason Whipple and Kyle Hilton versus Door Management. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Whipple and Mr. Hilton.
Yeah, I'm Mason Whipple.
I'm Kyle Hilton.
Okay. And Mr. Akanicki, you're here for door management?
Correct, Your Honor. Robert Akanicki on behalf of door management.
And this is the time set for a motion today. And when I looked at the motion, it really was concerning the defendant's name in regards to the paperwork that was initially filed by Mason Whipple and Kyle Hinton concerning whether door management was the actual named defendant in the case. Is that right, Ms. Whipple?
Yeah, we just didn't put the right business entity name, I guess. We had Doer Real Estate. The proper name is Doer Real Estate and Management.
Mr. Go ahead.
Yeah, but then we actually had some new knowledge, I guess, in the situation. So we understand that Doer Real Estate and Management is the property manager. They're not the owner of the building. So while we had pretty much only communicated with them, they may have not been the person actually handling the money in this case. So we now have learned that Experian Real Estate and Development is the actual owner of the building. And so we actually would like to add Experian Real Estate and Development as a defendant. And we do not wish to add the Harry Cohn LLC and the 406 South Washington Square.
All right. Have you filed paperwork to that effect, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Mr. Akanicki, what's your position on this?
Well, Your Honor, these particular plaintiffs filed two small claims actions against my client. One was removed earlier to a general civil case, and we filed a motion to dismiss as we didn't think my client was responsible. The plaintiffs voluntarily dismissed that. Then we just recently removed this one to the general civil case. I have the same position. I don't think my client's responsible. I don't think that she handled this security deposit. I mean, she was managing the property, but she didn't actually hold the money or wasn't responsible for returning it. So ultimately, I know I'm not here on a motion for this today, but I would likely file a motion again to dismiss my client from this action. As far as them proceeding against the actual owner, I mean, I don't really take any position on that.
Right. Here's the problem, Ms. Whipples. Right now, I have the notice on this file in regards to the motion on this file, which appears to be incorrectly done with the incorrect defendant. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, my preference would be to dismiss this file and then have you refile correctly concerning the person, the correct person of suit, which is fine. I mean, this is, I mean, as you can tell, it's not always easy to find out who the person is, the correct person of the lawsuit is. We
only communicated with Doer Real Estate and Management. Like all of they were the ones that sent us the
Contract.
the contract, or what? No, like the paper,
the lease,
the check-in sheets, the list of damages, and then we've followed up with them on that. So they did send us a check, and it was from Experian Real Estate. But yeah, so like we were just concerned because we followed all of the proper procedures with Doer Real Estate and not with Experian, that we needed to have both of them on there. I don't know if Doer Real Estate is not the proper party, then I don't want to bother them with this anymore, but we are just kind of not really 100% sure.
I understand. Mr. Akanicki, what you're indicating today is that door management is not the proper party, and then you're not taking a position on whether Experian is the actual party. I'm sorry, you broke up there for a second and with Zoom technological issues.
I think I froze. I think I froze over here, Your Honor. I may not have heard a question directed at me.
All right. The question was, so your position today is that door management is not the proper defendant, and you're not taking a position on Experian.
Correct.
Right. I think I have to dismiss this case because we have the improper defendant in this matter, and it appears that you've acknowledged that. I do think the proper defendant is probably is the person is the party you think it is, but then there's
Okay.
no reason to keep this file open, and so I'm going to dismiss this file and then allow you to reissue on the proper defendant with in regards to probably, and if this came from small claims, most likely you're going back to small claims with the issue. But I don't
Mhm.
want to give you legal advice. I'm just indicating that you'll probably start from where you did before.
Okay, so we'll just have to file a completely new small claims
Correct.
case.
Most likely, if it started in small claims, you're probably there, but you may
Okay.
want to talk to somebody because I only know what's in my file right now.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna dismiss at request of the defendant for and I'm going to indicate the plaintiff to refile against correct defendant concerning small claims suit. Yeah, and I know this can be confusing on this, but if you confirm that Experian is the person, then you'll start all again towards them. All right, Ms. Whipple and Mr. Hilton.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
All
that.
right. Anything else for the record in 22-01393? Ms. Whipple or Ms. Hilton? Or
I
Ms. Whipple?
don't think so, no.
All right, Mr. Akanicki, anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, this file, that's all on the record in 22-01393. Ms. Whipple and Mr. Hilton, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Kalish, we probably have a minute or two. Let's see. Oh, it's a. I like calling her 0109. All right, Ms. Kalish, I think we're ready on your case. We're on the record in 22-01098. That's Absolute Resolutions versus Jason Simon or Simone, Simon. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Good morning, Your Honor. Mimi Kalish. My P number is 52383 on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right. And the defendant, Jason Simon, I don't see him in the Zoom courtroom. Sir, are you a Jason Simon in this courtroom? And so this was scheduled for 8:30. It's now 8:52. Ms. Kalish, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, I would move for entry of a default judgment for the defendant's failure to appear for the pretrial today. I'm prepared to file that under the 7-day rule if the court wants to give Mr. Simon one more opportunity to be heard in this case.
Thank you. I do have that there's an affidavit from the process server of a service in this file.
His answer is not disputing the debt. He agrees with each of the paragraphs in plaintiff's complaint. Sounds like he's not disputing.
Correct. So I will let you, you can submit an order under the 7-day rule as requested, and we'll go from there. All right, Ms. Kalish?
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, that's all on the record, 22-01098, and I'll await the paperwork to catch up with the file.
Sit down.
Ms. Fields, you can mute yourself until your hearing starts.
Yeah,
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Sutter. Yeah. Is Mr. Pratt still in the breakout room?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, we're back on the record in docket 16-4100. And Ms. Dixon, have you had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Pratt in a breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. Yes.
And how are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor. So we have come up with a payment plan for Mr. Pratt. So he'll be paying $150 per month beginning September 2nd of 2022, and he'll be paying $150 per month by the 2nd of each month.
Is that your understanding of the payment plan, Mr. Pratt?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good. Ms. Dixon, did you want to follow that up with paperwork, or how did you want to proceed on the file?
Oh, Your Honor, it's if I can certainly send a stipulated payment plan. I did tell Mr. Pratt he might, receive something from me. But however you would like to proceed, Your Honor, if you want me to
All
do a
right,
stipulated payment
if you
plan.
submit a plan, a payment plan that Mr. Pratt has signed, that'll suffice for the closing of the file.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll mail that to him. Once we have that back, we'll send it to the court.
All right, Mr. Pratt, that's your understanding. You're going to sign on to the payment plan, and then the court will put it in the file. It'll be signed as an order, and that will resolve this file. Is that your understanding, Mr. Pratt?
Yes.
All right. Anything else for the record in 1604100, Ms. Dixit?
No, Your Honor, I think that is it. Thank you.
Anything, Mr. Pratt?
No.
All right, you're free to go. That's all in this file. Thank you for your appearance today.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Tortora, you're here on your 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
All right, thank you. You're in the right place to stand by, and we'll start calling your cases. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
And your attorney currently is in a breakout room, so I'll let her know you're here.
All right. Like you, I
Thanks.
remember you had said something about getting got everything back with the license. Everything's good. When you're ready to run it, I'll give you my driver's license number.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Will the iPhone 2 please identify yourself? Oh, they're not on. Okay. Sir, on the iPhone 2, would you identify yourself?
Derek Liddell Ali.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Ali. And you're here for your 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're in the right place. So stand by.
Okay.
And Mr. Ali, your attorney is in a breakout room right now currently. So we'll call your case when she gets out of the room, all right?
Yes, sir.
Because his volume's off.
Would the Nokia please identify yourself, sir?
My name is Shane Cox.
All right, Mr. Cox. Miss Robinson, is that your client or Miss Sutter?
It is, it's my client.
Did you need to speak with them before we get started?
Yeah, briefly.
All right, Mr. Cox, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with your public defender, Miss Erin Robinson. All right, so you can talk before we call the hearing, all right?
Thank you.
All right.
Oh. Oh.
All right, so we're on the record in dockets 22-01109. That's that's City of Lansing versus Shane M. Cox. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Cox.
And sir, you are Shane Cox.
Yes, sir.
All right, you can hear me all right, Mr. Cox?
Yes, I can.
All right, Ms. Hagan Lawrence, how are we proceeding today? This is set for pre-trial today.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to confer with Ms. Robinson about this case. I have offered to amend the DWLS to fail to display a valid license under 257.311. It is my understanding that her client intends to accept that.
So it's failed to display a valid ops,
Correct, Your Honor. It's the 0-point misdemeanor.
0-point misdemeanor. And what's the, is that, so it's a 93 day?
Yes, or yes, it is 93 days.
It's 93, and what's the fines on that?
Aaron, I think that's one of them that's not less, it's $100. That's what but I guess.
Yeah, let me double check. I used to have it up.
So I'm showing, it's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100.
Okay, so it's up to $100 and then, all right, and then 75 and 50.
Yes.
Does that sound right? 93 days, $100?
I believe it's 90 days. And a
Okay, 90 days, $100.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. All right, so Ms. Robinson, that's your understanding of the offer is to amend count one, and that would amend count one, and a plea to count one would be a dismissal of the, so this must be on the same ticket then, right?
I only have one item on the docket, which is the fail to display.
He had 2 previous tickets, but I believe that those defaulted.
All right, so, oh, is it set for, it is. So the fail to display has been defaulted and it's set for show cause. What's the show cause amount? Okay, so we can take care of both those files right now. So then we'll deal with that one after we take the plea. All right, Mr. Cox, my understanding is you're going to pleading to an amended count one of fail to display a valid ops or operator's license with a plea to that operator's license amended count one. The everything else is to be dismissed. It's an amended count, so that would change count one. And then we have a show cause on the default file that we'll take care of after we do this this misdemeanor plea. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right, and Mr. Cox, the maximum penalty for fail to display a valid operator's license is 90 days and or $100. You understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right. So I'm gonna walk you through this procedure of pleading guilty to this offense. If this plea is accepted, you will not have a trial of any kind. You'll be giving up the following rights that you would have at trial. You have the right to have witnesses called in your defense. You have the right to cross-examine all witnesses. You have the right to testify and remain silent without an inference being drawn from your silence. You have the right to the presumption of innocence, and you have the right that the requirement that your guilt be proven beyond a reasonable doubt by the city attorney in this case. You have the right to counsel. You're represented by the public defender, Aaron Robinson, in this matter. Do you understand all of those rights that you have today?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
It's my understanding you'll be waiving those rights in order to plead guilty to the failed to display a valid operator's license. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're pleading guilty because you are guilty to this fact pattern. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to bring your so raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to bring your attention back to April 25th, 2022 at the offense location of Dadson at or near Richard, City of Lansing, Ingham County, State of Michigan. Were you driving and present on that day at that time?
Yes, I was, Your Honor.
And at the time, were you able to display a valid operator's license to law enforcement?
No, I wasn't.
All right. Anything towards the factual basis, Ms. Hagan-Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
I find the plea to be understanding, voluntarily, and accurate. Any objection to immediate sentencing today?
None.
Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I have some leeway on the fine. I'm not sentencing So there's no objection to immediate sentencing, so I'll sentence you immediately today. And both attorneys have agreed to that. I'm not going to order probation or at any type of incarceration. I'll do a fine of $50. I don't have any leeway on the crime victims' rights and state costs, which are $75 and $50. So that comes to a total of $175 on this ticket. Do you need some time to pay that, sir?
I do, Your Honor, and my show cause, I believe, is for the same amount, and
I think it's just above that for $200. I think you've got $200 on the fail to on the default for the show cause and $175 on this file. I can give you some time to pay that. That's it.
I was wondering, can I set up a payment plan? Because
You can. Let's refer you to collections so you can set up a plan. All right.
I appreciate that. I'm
All right.
paying some fines for 54B district court also, and I'm on a monthly payment plan with them. So
I think that's the best idea for a recipe for success for moving these files. So I'm going to refer to collections. So you'll contact the City of Lansing Collections Department and set up a plan in regards to both of these files.
will you give me that number before we're done here?
Sure. Yeah. The number is 517-483-4493.
Yes.
So it's 517-483-4493.
Okay, I got it.
But they'll require you to show up in person to set up the plan. I'm pretty sure. All right. And then while you're here, you'll probably have to get fingerprinted for the misdemeanor you just pled to.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'll leave it for you to so I'm referring this to collections to set up a payment plan with collections. If you don't do that, we'll just have another show cause hearing. All right. So set that up. All right.
Well, the number you just gave me, it won't be a bunch of props. I'll actually get to speak to a person.
I'm not sure. I simply am not sure. I do know this, that if you're setting up a payment plan, they'll ask you to come in and set it up in person.
Right. Now, do I need
All right.
Do I need an appointment, or do I just
No,
show up?
You can just show up.
Okay.
All right. Anything
right.
else for the record in 22-01109, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor, and I think he just wanted to address the show cause as well.
Yeah, I think we just did.
Oh, okay,
I think we're going to both refer to collections, and that'll put it all together. Anything else, Mr. Cox?
No, I just want to handle the matter and get up behind me, and if I can get a payment plan and follow that, I mean, that would be great. And we
all right. So all these are together for that payment plan. You should be all set. Just make sure you contact collections in person. I think you can come down anytime for that.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. That's all for the record in 22-01109. And you're free to leave, Mr. Cox.
Have a good afternoon, everybody.
You too. Did you want to go on Davis?
Sure, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Davis, you can come up here. Calling the record of docket 22-01780. That is City of Lansing versus Moses Lee Davis. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence here on behalf of the City of Lansing.
And sir, you are Moses Lee Davis?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, this is the time set for pretrial on this file. How are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Davis as he is not represented by counsel. I've reviewed the items that are currently suspending his license. And we would request a 30-day adjournment so we can correct those issues before I can make an offer.
All right, so it's a 30-day adjournment for compliance.
Little pieces.
Why do you have to go there?
I just did.
I'm gonna mute them. Yeah, so we're gonna set it, so we'll give you 30 days to come in compliance. We'll set it for final pretrial and then jury trial. That'll give them the 30-day time period to do what they need to do, whatever he needs to do.
Yes, Your Honor, the only request the city would have is that if we're setting this for a final pretrial for compliance purposes only, that we're not required to subpoena any witnesses.
Correct. No requirement no requirement to subpoena witnesses. So I'll get both dates then.
So 9/6 at 9 is the final pretrial.
So final pretrial is 9/6 at 9 a.m.
And the trial would be a jury or bench.
We'll set it for jury at this point until we hear differently.
9:20 at
9:20 at 8:15. So, Mr. Davis, I know you're without counsel today, so I'll tell you, we've set this, and my court officer will give you something in writing. We've set it for final pretrial September 6th at 9 a.m. So anything that you and Ms. Hagan-Lawrence talked about, you should bring ready to explain on that date at that time. All right. If this is not resolved at that time, it's set for jury trial on September 20th. All right. All right. So there's some time to work this out to September 6th. All right. All right. Anything else for the record, Ms. Hagan-Lawrence on 22-01780?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Davis, do you have any questions of me?
I wish, am I gonna get you again?
You are. Yeah, you'll be right in the same courtroom with Ms. Hagan-Lawrence.
All right.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Sir, on the iPhone, can you identify yourself?
Derek Liddell. Erie.
Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Ali. I have you. How about the second iPhone that just joined the room?
Aries Daniel Johnson.
Aries Johnson. Ma'am, you're here for your 9:30?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Aries Johnson, are you represented by counsel today?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'm not really sure. When I spoke with a gentleman about this issue when I had called to check on this hear this. All I know is that I supposed to appear back.
All right, ma'am. We don't have you represented by counsel on today's date. Would you like the opportunity to speak with an assistant city attorney in regard to resolving some of these issues?
Yeah, if I need to, yes.
Yeah, well, I think if you're not represented, that'd be one way. A pretrial is to resolve the case rather than go to trial on it. So,
okay.
So I can put you in a breakout room with the assistant city attorney or the deputy city attorney.
Okay.
All right. So once Ms. Hagan Lawrence joins, we'll have Ms. Johnson and Ms. Hagan Lawrence put in a breakout room. Ms. Sutterfield will be ready to go on your files as soon as Ms. Hagan Lawrence gets out of a breakout room, okay?
Thank you.
All right. The person on the iPhone, on the cell phone 5546683, can you identify yourselves?
Yep, Mercedes Cantu.
Mercedes Cantu. All right. And Ms. Cantu, who are you represented by today from the Public Defender's Office?
That's me, Your Honor.
All right. All right. And so Ms. Sutter's here, and we've got a few files to go in front of you, but you're in the right place. All right, Ms. Cantu?
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Good morning, employees and guests. The time is now 9:30 and time for our courtesy check. Can I please have all marks in the men's room?
You all can mute your phones until your hearings are called.
Okay.
Chris, how you mute this phone? How you mute this phone?
Mr. Ali, if you're looking to mute your phone, if you tap the screen, in one of the corners should be a little button that looks like a microphone. Tap that.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Sutter.
No problem.
So, Ms. Sutter, we're going to call your case of docket 22-00766. That is City of Lansing versus Derek Ali. This time set for pretrial. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Ali. And Your Honor, I have not yet had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Ali.
Would you like to speak with Mr. Ali in a breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor, just very briefly. Thank you.
All right, so let's put Ms. Sutter and Mr. Ali in a breakout room. On the record in docket 1900365, that's City of Lansing versus Aries Johnson. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
And ma'am, you are Aries Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you can hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Hagan Lawrence, this time set for pretrial. How are we proceeding on this matter?
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to speak with the defendant about the outstanding tax obligation. Each count of this income tax warrant represents a different year of an outstanding balance. As a preliminary matter, the city would move to dismiss counts 1 through 3, which is 2008, 2009, and 2010. Leaving only counts 4 and 5 representing tax years 2011 and 2012, and a total balance of $292.30 as opposed to the initial $951.
So counts 4 and 5 are still.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Counts 4 and 5 would still be active.
All right.
We have suggested, if Your Honor would be willing, a 60-day adjournment for the defendant to be able to make that payment in full to the court, such that if payment is made in full, I can dismiss the case outright.
Okay. So, Ms. Johnson, is that your understanding that the court would move this out for final pretrial, but giving you enough time to clear that $292 debt? And with the clearance of that $292 debt, the city would take action against the remaining counts. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's set this for final pretrial. And we'll do it with enough time to pay the, like 60, you're thinking 60 days. Yeah, but if we can move the file. So October 11th at 9 a.m. will be set for final pretrial. Of course, the city doesn't have to subpoena any witnesses for that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Johnson, the date that we'll be back in court is October 11th at 9 a.m. And that should give you sufficient time to clear out any outstanding balance. All right, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Anything else for the record on this file of 19-00365?
Just in terms of clerical issues on this case, would the court prefer a nollie right now of counts 1 through 3, or do it all at the end, depending on where we're at?
We'll do it all at the end.
Understood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can do it by Zoom. And then Ms. Zoom will be, Ms. Johnson will be October 11th, and we can do that by Zoom, all right?
Yes.
All right. Any questions, Ms. Johnson?
I can use the same Zoom number and stuff, right? Or will I get some more paperwork in the mail?
So you'll get more paperwork, but the Zoom numbers on the orange paperwork.
Okay. Okay.
All right. All right. That's all for the record. 1900365. Thank you for your appearance, Ms. Johnson.
Thank you. I can leave, Judge.
Yes, you can. You're free to go, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too. So, Ms. Sutter, are you ready to proceed on Mr. Ali?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We're on the record in docket 2200766. That's City of Lansing versus Derek Ali. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record again?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Ali, who was present via Zoom.
And sir, you are Derek Ali?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is the time set for pretrial in the matter. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have extended an offer to Ms. Sutter to amend the no ops to a civil infraction of interfering with traffic under MCL 257.649. It is my understanding that her client intends to accept that offer.
With traffic. And is that a point offense?
Interfering with traffic is a 2-point civil infraction.
2 points. And what's the fine on that? Is that 130?
I believe that's one of your standard fines.
I have that. Yeah, I'm looking for that. I have it at 130 as of July 1st, but okay, perfect. Ms. Lauren, Ms. Sutter, is that your understanding of the amended offer?
It is, Your Honor.
And is Mr. Ali's going to admit responsibility to that civil infraction?
Correct.
All right. May I inquire of your client, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ali, you understand that what the attorney said today, that they're going to amend count 1, which is the driving with an improper license misdemeanor, to interference with traffic, which is a civil infraction under 257.649, that being a 2-point violation, $130 fine, but not a misdemeanor. Do you understand that is what the lawyers have negotiated?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you're amenable to admitting a responsibility to that civil infraction?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll bring your attention to March 12th, 2022, at the offense location of South Washington in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan. Were you driving a motor vehicle on that date at that time at that venue?
Yes, sir.
And were you responsible for interfering with traffic pursuant to or in violation of that statute?
Yes, sir.
All right, I find anything on the admission of responsibility, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
I find the admission to the civil infraction be knowing, voluntarily intelligent. There will be an abstract concerning the 2-point admission of civil infraction. I will set fines at $130. Sir, do you need some time to pay that to the city of Lansing?
Yes, sir.
Would 2 weeks be sufficient? 14 days?
If you can make it 3 weeks, I can get it done.
I can. So we'll make it 21 days to pay fine of $130 to the city of Lansing. And you can pay that online, in person, or by mail. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else for the file 22-00766, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ali, we're all set. You're free to leave, and thank you for your appearance today.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right. And are you ready to proceed on Ms. Heels? I think she has several files.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So we're on the record in docket 22-00862, 22-00865, and the accompanying tickets. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence.
Chris, how you take this down?
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Fields, who is present via Zoom.
And ma'am, you are Zariah Fields?
Zaria Fields, yes, I am.
Zari Fields, all right. And you can hear me all right, Ms. Fields?
Yes, I can.
All right. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have extended an offer to Ms. Sutter, which I believe resolves the case. It's my understanding that the defendant intends to accept that offer. In terms of file 00862, the city would amend the drove unlicensed to fail to display ops under MCL 257.311. That is the 0-point misdemeanor. In terms of file 00865, the city would amend the no insurance to a no proof of insurance. That is a 0-point civil infraction under MCL 257.328 sub 1. And the city would dismiss the remaining file drove unregistered vehicle.
Unregistered vehicle. Dismiss pursuant to plea agreement. All right, Ms. Sutter, I'm going to restate that, and then you can indicate if I'm correct on the file ending 862. The count 1 of driving while unlicensed will be amended. So that's amended count 1 to fail to display a valid ops pursuant to 257.311. That is punishable by 90 days in jail and or $100 fine. $100 fine, and that is a 0-point abstract from the Secretary of State misdemeanor.
Correct.
Also, there's going to be an amendment of count 2 to no proof of insurance under the civil infraction, which is a civil infraction pursuant to 257.328 parens 11, with a plea to that amended count 2. No insurance is to be dismissed, and no proof is a $150 fine. And then the outstanding ticket of unstandard portion of unregistered vehicle is to be dismissed as part of this plea agreement. Is that your understanding, ma'am?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right. May I inquire of your client concerning this matter?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Zariah, you understand what the attorneys have negotiated here?
Yes, I do.
All right. And you have certain rights in this file in regards to the misdemeanor plea, which we'll take first. And so I'm going to cover those rights with you. Okay, if you plead to the fail to display a valid ops, which is a misdemeanor, you will not have a trial of any kind. You give up the following rights that you would have at trial. That is the right to have a witness called in witnesses to call in your defense, the right to cross-examine all witnesses, the right to testify and remain silent without an inference being drawn from your silence. You'd be giving up the right to presumption of innocence and the requirement that your guilt be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. You are also represented by Ms. Sutter today. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Ms. Sutter, of course, would represent you in contesting any charges brought against you. It's my understanding your intent is to plead guilty and to waive those rights concerning this matter today.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you're pleading guilty because you are guilty, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
All right. I'm going to bring your attention back to March 24th of 2022 at the offense location of North Grand River at or near Willow in the city of Lansing, state of Ingham County, state of Michigan. Were you operating a motor vehicle on that date?
Yes, I was.
And at that date, were you able to display a valid operator's license to law enforcement when requested? All right. Anything in regards to the factual basis for the misdemeanor count from the city, Ms. Hagan-Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection to immediate sentencing on that file?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection, Ms. Sutter?
None.
All right, so this is a 0-point violation. Ms. Araya, they've indicated that there's no objection to immediate sentencing. So I'm going to set the fine at $50 in this matter. I'm not going to order any jail time in this offense. And then I have crime victims' rights and state costs of $125 for a grand total of $175 in this matter. Do you need some time to pay that fine in this matter?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Would 30 days be sufficient?
Yes, 30 days are, yes, that's okay.
All right, so I'm gonna give you 30 days to pay the $175 fine and cost.
Okay. So,
also, as a part of this, my understanding is you're gonna admit responsibility to a civil infraction. And I will indicate for the record in docket 865, this civil infraction is occurred on March 24th, 2022 at the same offense location of Willow, city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan. On that date, were you able to provide proof of insurance to law enforcement?
No, I wasn't.
Do you accept responsibility to 257.328?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, so that admission of responsibility is found to be knowing, voluntary, intelligent. Any question on that, Ms. Hagan-Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Sutter, on that file?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to set the fine at $150 pursuant to statute, and we can set that up at the same time. So I'll give you 30 days to pay that also, okay, ma'am?
Okay.
So 30 days to pay $150 fine to the city of Lansing for that ticket. That is a 0-point offense. So that's all on the file of 22-00865. And then the accompanying ticket of unregistered vehicle will be dismissed pursuant to the plea agreement. So, Ms. Araya, as long as you are able to make those fines within 30 days to the city of Lansing, you should be fine, all right?
Okay.
All right. Anything else for the record, Ms. Hagan Lawrence, in dockets ending 220862865 and the accompanying ticket?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Fields, you're all set. You can leave the Zoom courtroom. Have a nice day. Just make sure that you're able to take care of those fines.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Thank you. And Ms. Sutter, are you ready to go on Mr. Tortora?
Yes.
All right. So let's call the record of docket 2200858, City of Lansing versus James Tortora.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor.
James Phil-
Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Tortora, who is present via Zoom.
James.
Sir, you are James. All right. And you can hear me all right, Mr. Tortora?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have extended an offer to Ms. Sutter to amend the drove while unlicensed charge to impeding traffic, a 0-point non-abstractable civil infraction pursuant to MCL 257.676B. It is my understanding that Mr. Tortola intends to accept responsibility.
And is that a fair and accurate statement that we're going to be amending count 1 of the driving while unlicensed or without cycle endorsement to the civil infraction and impeding traffic, 0-point offense, Ms. Sutter?
Yes, it is.
And for impeding traffic I have that as $130 fine. Is that right? All right. Let me double check that so we know exactly the fine. $130, perfect. So, Ms. Sutter, may I inquire of your client, Mr. Tortora, of the admission of responsibility to the civil infraction?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Tortora, it's my understanding that you're going to admit responsibility to a civil infraction, a 0-point civil infraction with a $130 fine. Is that your understanding, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, I will be.
All right, I'm going to bring your attention back to March 24th, 2022 at the offense location of North Grand River at or near Remy Drive, City of Lansing, Ingham County, State of Michigan. Were you driving a motor vehicle on that date specifically, what looks like a 2008 Dodge vehicle? Were you driving that on that date at that time?
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
And were you pursuant to civil infraction, do you admit responsibility to impeding traffic in violation of 257.676B?
I will be, yes, Your Honor.
Yes, all right. So the admission to the civil infraction is accepted. Anything on the factual basis or the admission, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to put a cost amount of $130. Sir, do you need some time to pay that?
I'd like to just, honestly, not that I have $1 million, but it just needs to be done just in case, you know?
All right, so you broke up a little bit. When will you be able to pay that?
I'd like to come pay it today.
All right, perfect. So
And, just for
the
safety's
$100.
sake,
What's that?
Your Honor, just for safety's sake with people getting in, can we make that, give him a couple of days just to make sure he is able to get in today without further
Absolutely.
problems?
So 130 days, $130 in 3 days is what we'll make it.
Thank you.
$130 in 3 days to be paid to the City of Lansing.
What, Your Honor, do I come right in down to Michigan by City Hall, right by the Capitol?
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Sixth floor City Hall.
I get it. Okay.
All right. Anything else for the record, Ms. Hagan Lawrence in docket 2200858?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Tortora, you're free to go. Thank you for your patience today, and you can make that payment within the next 3 days to the City of Lansing.
Thank you very much, you guys.
All right. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Ms. Sutter, thank you.
No problem, Mr. Tortora. Have a good day.
You as well.
Ms. Sutter, did you need to speak with Ms. Cantu in a breakout room? Or
I do, Your Honor, just briefly.
All right, so let's put Ms. Sutter and Ms. Cantu in a breakout room. Mr. Wilson, are you represented by counsel today?
As of right now, I'm not.
All right. Would you like the opportunity to speak with an assistant city attorney concerning some of these issues at this pretrial?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have the city attorney jump onto the Zoom hearing, and I'll place you both in a breakout room. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Now, how do I do this?
When she comes on, I'll put you in a breakout room. You'll just hit the prompt. All right, sir.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, may I ask a question?
Sure.
Is the court able, as the host, to unmute people?
No, they actually have to unmute themselves.
Okay.
What is your client on mute?
Yes, and I've been talking to her, trying to get her to unmute, and I don't even know if she's there to hear me.
I don't have her in a breakout room right now.
She was in breakout room 4 with me.
Yeah. Is she still in there? No, yeah, she's not there anymore.
Okay.
So I don't know if she got off the phone. So we'll stand by on that. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, I'll put you and Mr. Wilson in a breakout room, and we'll wait for that was Ms. Cantu on the phone.
Correct.
We do have a
Yes,
new
can
cell
you-
phone. There you are.
Can you
Ms.
guys-
Cantu, is that you?
Yes. Yes,
All
for
right.
some reason,
So I'm gonna have you not mute yourself, and we're gonna put you in a breakout room with Ms. Sutter, okay?
okay, yes, thank you. I don't know what's going on with my
All
phone.
right, so we'll put Ms. Cantu and Ms. Sutter in a breakout room.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And sir, on the Samsung, will you identify yourself?
Justin Culp.
All right, Mr. Culp. Mr. Culp, are you represented by counsel today?
Represented by counsel.
Do you have a lawyer today?
No, they told me I didn't need one.
All right. I'm gonna have you stand by. We've got a couple cases in front of you, and then I may have you talk to the city attorney in order to resolve some of the issues in this case. All right.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Look, can't get that.
Yeah, dude, I'll come help you as soon as I get done with it. That thing's terrible, isn't it?
The hell?
So I'm going to go on the record in docket 22-01996, City of Lansing versus Christopher Wilson. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
And sir, you are Christopher Wilson?
Yes, sir, I am.
Yeah, you can hear me all right, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, how are we proceeding today? This time set for a pre-trial.
Thank you, Your Honor. In speaking with Mr. Wilson, I don't believe we are going to get to a resolution on this file. And so he's requested that a jury trial be scheduled.
Okay, so we'll set for final pre-trial. We'll just set for jury trial then. Or do you want a final pre-trial?
I don't think that there's any
All
resolution,
right, so let's set for jury trial. So we'll set for jury trial on this matter, the date.
9/6, he has no counts as in.
Yeah, so let's, well, and so let's give it a little bit more time.
The 9/6.
What's that?
30 days.
30 days. Let's do 9/6. So 9/6/2022 for jury trial at 8:15.
And can I petition the court for counsel at this point?
You can, you can't, you can ask, you can go to the public defender's office and I can give you a number for them so that they can, and then Ms. Sutter's here from the public defender's office, but you have to be appointed by, they have to accept you as a client, but I can give you the number for that. And so you can indicate that a jury trial date has been set and that you can make application. So
Okay.
would you like that number?
Yes, please.
All right. So the number is 517.
Yeah.
679 2979.
Thank you.
That's correct, Ms. Sutter?
It is correct, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Wilson, if you contact them, then you can make application and fill and talk to them and they'll lead you. Make sure that they know that this has been set for jury trial on September 6th. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else for the record on, oh, and yeah, if they find out it's set for jury trial on September 6th, they'll have an understanding that jury instructions are due a week before that. All right.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Anything else for the record, Ms. Hagan Lawrence and docket 2201996?
So, Your Honor.
Mr. Wilson, you should all be set. You can leave the Zoom room and I'll see you again on September 16th. All right, sir? Or
Thank you
6th.
much. You have a good
September
day, Your
6th.
Honor.
Okay, you too.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Ms. Sutter, are you ready to go on Miss Cantu?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll have to pull her out of the breakout room, I think. All right. So Ms. Sutter, we're ready on docket 22-01598. That is the City of Lansing versus Mercedes L. Cantu. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Cantu, who is calling into the Zoom via phone.
And ma'am, you are Mercedes Cantu?
Yes, I am.
All right. You can hear me all right, Ms. Cantu?
Yes, I can.
All right. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, this is the time set for a pre-trial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to convey an offer to Ms. Sutter, wherein the city would dismiss the fail to display or the no ops if Ms. Cantu accepts responsibility to the speeding as written. I will leave it to Ms. Sutter as to whether that's acceptable to her client.
So the offer would be to dismiss file 22-01598 with the admission to the speeding ticket.
Correct.
Ms. Sutter, is that your understanding?
It is, Your Honor, and Ms. Cantu intends to accept that offer.
All right.
Yes.
So may I inquire of your client of the speeding ticket and the nature of the negotiations?
Yes.
Ms. Cantu, the understanding today is you're charged with a misdemeanor and a civil infraction. The misdemeanor is going to be dismissed pursuant to negotiations. That's docket 22-01598 with an admission to the speeding ticket civil infraction, which would be a $135 ticket. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right. And is that a 0-point offense?
I believe speeding 1 to 5 as written is a 1 point
Is a 1 point?
offense.
Okay.
It's not the limited access.
All right. So with an admission to the speeding ticket, it'll be a 1 point and 135 and a $135 fine. Do you understand that, Ms. Cantu?
Yes, I do.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna bring your attention back to June 9th of 2022 at the offense location on King Grand River, City of Lansing, State of Michigan, Ingham County. Were you driving a motor vehicle at that time?
Yes, I was.
And do you admit responsibility to being 1 to 5 miles over the speed limit on that date?
Yes.
All right. Any questions concerning the admission of responsibility to the civil infraction, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
With the as to the offer to plead to a civil infraction, the file 22-01598 is dismissed. And ma'am, so you'll have a 1 point abstract.
Okay.
On this civil infraction.
Okay.
And it's a $135 fine. Do you need some time to pay that, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Would 2 weeks be sufficient?
May I please have 30 days, if at all possible?
Sure. Yeah, I can give you 30 days. So 30 days to pay the $135 fine to the city of Lansing.
Yes, please.
All right. You can make that payment online in person, or you can mail it in, okay?
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Anything else on docket 22-01598, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Cantu, you have 30 days to pay your $135 fine. Thank you for your appearance, and you're free to leave the Zoom courtroom, okay?
Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. Have a good day.
All right, have a nice day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Walk it back, it'll probably be me.
Ms. Sutter, did you need to speak to Mr. Franquez?
I
To be
do,
put in
Your
a
Honor.
breakout room with him?
I have
All right,
not
I'm gonna
yet, but I would need one.
All right, I'm gonna place Ms. Sutter and Mr. Franquez in a breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Culp, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with the deputy city attorney so you can talk about some of the issues, okay?
All right.
All right. So once the city attorney comes on the Zoom, I'll put you both in a breakout room.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we're on the record in docket 22-01653, City of Lansing versus Justin Culp. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan-Lawrence, appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
And sir, you are Justin Culp,
Yes, sir.
and you can hear me all right, Mr. Culp?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the time set for a pre-trial in the matter. Ms. Hagan-Lawrence, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Culp as he is not represented by counsel. He has shown me on via Zoom the issues that have been corrected with the registration. Therefore, the city would move to dismiss at this time.
Okay. Is this on a ticket? So we don't need a nollie process on it, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Culp, based on compliance, the city moves to dismiss this file, so you should be all set today, all right?
All right.
All right, so you're all set. Thank you for your appearance, and you're free to leave the Zoom courtroom. The file is dismissed as to docket 22-01653. All right, sir?
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a nice day, all right?
You too. Thank you.
So we're on the record in this is a ticket 22L27126111. City of Lansing versus Frank West Scott. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Scott, who is present via Zoom.
And you are Frank West Scott, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you can hear me all right, Mr. Scott?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Miss Hagan Lawrence, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have conveyed an offer to Ms. Sutter, and it's my understanding that her client intends to accept to amend the open in-tax to civil infraction breach of the peace under City Ordinance 66401 sub C.
So amend count 1. Open in-tax to civil infraction, breach of the peace, and is that a $130 fine?
Your Honor, it's not less than $150.
Okay, not less. This is a $150 fine. And Ms. Sutter, that's your understanding of the negotiations?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. May I inquire of your client concerning the negotiations and the admission of responsibility to the civil infraction?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Scott, you understand that they're amending count 1 of the misdemeanor complaint to offer a breach of the peace,
Yes,
which
sir.
is a civil infraction pursuant to 664.01C with an admission of responsibility to the civil infraction. The misdemeanor on the ticket will be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
All right, and there's a $150 fine that goes along with it, but it is not a misdemeanor. So I will proceed to the admission of responsibility that on or about March 27th, 2022, at the offense location of Southland in Southwest Washington, City of Lansing, Ingham County, State of Michigan. Were you in breach of the peace on that day in violation of 664.01C?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything in regards to the admission responsibility, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The fine for the ticket is $150. Do you need some time to pay that, Mr. Scott?
Yes, sir. Roughly about 30 days.
All right. So 30 days to pay the City of Lansing for the $150 ticket. Is there anything else for the record, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything from Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so you'll have 30 days to pay the $150 ticket. You can pay that in person, online, or you can mail it in. All right, Mr. Scott?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're all set, Mr. Scott. You're free to leave. Thank you for your appearance today.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, that's all for the record in 22L27-12611. I think so. I think
Thank you
you're
so
all set.
much.
Thank you, Ms. Hagan.
I know you sneezed like 5 times.
I
Is it
already,
allergies?
I already had it 3 weeks ago.
Oh, so you're still in that natural immunity.
Ms. Sutter, I think we're all set today.
I think so, Your Honor. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone.
You too. Thank you for your appearance.
Bye.
Good morning, sir. Are you Alan Warner?
That is correct, sir.
All right, thank you. She'll be with you in just a few minutes.
Yeah, I had a quick question. If you still, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I don't know why I got this paperwork because I've already been to court for this charge.
It's a show cause, which means you likely didn't pay your fines and fees, whatever they were.
Yeah, well, I'm set up on a payment plan.
Oh, okay.
I think I've made one or two small payments towards because I had like some things from before, so it just added right into my payment plan. So I figured I could just continue paying on it. I didn't know.
Okay, I think that the judge will be able to answer that better for you.
Okay.
He'll have a file. He'll be able to review that for you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Someone's joined the meeting on a number ending in 1416. Can you state your name, please?
Tiffany Nguyen, Nguyen.
All right, thank you, Miss Nguyen. The judge will be with you in just a few minutes.
Thank you.
And someone's joined the Zoom meeting on a Moto G Stylus. What's your name, ma'am?
Nicole Quick.
All right, thank you, Miss Quick. The judge will be with you in just a moment.
So we'll do Miss Quick, ticket 20 L2567122. I have a show cause today set for you in front of the court on a there's $51 balance on a ticket. That's the nature of the show cause. Is there is anything you can do in the next week to clear that up or so? I've got $51.
I can pay it today.
Okay. Yeah, I just looked at it that we don't usually get those sums. So I'm going to indicate for the record that that you're going to pay in the next 3 days. How's that, just in case?
That's perfect. Yep.
All right. SC held and ticket to be paid in next 3 days. And you can pay that online, in person, or mail, okay?
Yep.
We're all set, Miss Quick. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Mr. Warren's $105. Mr. Warner, we'll do you docket 20 ticket 22L27-14352. Sir, I have a show cost set for today on an outstanding balance of $105. That's the nature of the outstanding balance. Will you be able to take care of that in the next week or so?
Well, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, sir, but I had a payment plan set up before from previous charges. And I was under the understanding when I had my hearing last month that it was going to just be tallied into that. So I think I made my last payment, I want to say on July 24th.
All right, it was not, this ticket was not put on the rest of that balance. So that's where the problem came in.
Okay. Is there any way that we can do that? Because it's just easier if I continue just paying that off. I mean, unless.
Yeah, I think there is. I think I just referred to collections.
Yeah, I thought that was the understanding I was under. You got a lot of other bills, just I'm sure everybody does, but
Right.
I made a payment, I think on the 24th I just pay like $20 here and there whenever I can. And well, I know each month anyways, you know what I mean? I make a payment each month of something. But that's why I was confused on what this was, because I didn't even realize it was for this matter.
All right, so Mr. Warner, we had a chance to look at the computer. I am going to refer this to collections, but you probably should come in and make sure that all of your balances are set up on one fund, and then you're paying off on that one fund, okay?
Okay, is somebody specific I need to speak to when I come there? Just go to collections department, or
who's ever at the who's ever at the traffic window will be able to pull your file up.
All right, and that is down on 124 West Michigan?
Correct, and it's 6th floor.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're, and that'll just protect you from this happening again, okay?
Yeah, got you. That makes sense. Yep. And until I can get down there, should I just continue? I'll try to. It'll probably be next week before I can, if that's fine. But I can make a payment, towards. I just usually do it right online. I'll just continue making.
What's going to happen is I'm going to refer this to collections, and so they're going to expect to hear from you within 2 days. So at least contact them within the next couple of days, okay?
I will. Is there a
is
there a certain phone number for them exactly?
It's the collections department, but you're best off if you come in person. You really are, because if you don't come in person, you're not guaranteeing that this won't happen again.
Okay. Yeah, and what time do you guys open? What's the earliest?
So it's 8 to 5. It should be 8 to 4:45.
Okay, I'll be down there before Thursday.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. That's all for the record in 22L2. Thanks. 22L2 714-352.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. All right, Miss Nguyen, are you there?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, I've actually have 2 files. I have a bench warrant for you right now. I got to arraign you on that one, but hopefully what I'll do is I'll refer both files to collections so that you'll have global resolution on this, but I have to arraign you on the bench warrant, all right?
Okay.
So the bench warrant comes out of a failed to appear for a show cause scheduled with 54A District Court collection. And the show cause indicates the show cause was for a total of $505. Yeah, from.
Sorry, this is the first I'm hearing of this, Your Honor. So I'm sorry, I'm a little shocked right now.
Yeah, there was a show cause out of Judge Simmons' courtroom, it looks like.
Okay.
And it looks like you had a payment plan set up, and then there was a show cause for not finishing through on that. So I'm going to arraign you on that.
Oh.
And is that address of 3200 Jerry Street, Lansing? That's the correct address.
Yes, it is. I've gotten everything else in the mail other than that one.
All right. Well, for now, let's just refer that file. And hold on a second. So since I've arraigned you on that, that should take care of this bench warrant.
Thank you,
and
Your
then
Honor.
I'll refer both files to collections. So the file that you've started payments on, and then I have $100 show cause on on a disorderly person file.
Yes,
that I'll
Your
just
Honor.
refer.
Yeah.
Okay.
The $100 I can have paid by the 19th, and then that's when my paycheck is available. It's the 19th.
All right. So I'm going to indicate that defendant to pay by August 19th.
Well, yes, Your Honor.
The $100 fine, and then I will indicate for the file that I'm just referring the outstanding file to collections. Make sure you contact them within the next 2 days so that what you're doing is so this doesn't happen again, right?
Right.
Right. All right. So the collections filed is referred to collections, and you can report to them within the next 2 days. And then I've got you down for paying the $100 fine on the show cause for this file on August 19th.
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're all
Thank
set.
you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we'll go on the record in docket 22L, no, I'm sorry. 22L2715251, that's City of Lansing versus Micaiah Grattan. This is the time set for a show cause on the matter. It was scheduled for 11:30. It is now 11:48. And I don't see Miss Grattan or in the courtroom or the Zoom courtroom. So I'm going to indicate that the defendant failed to appear for show cause. And a bench warrant will be issued. All on the record on this file.